Okay folks, this is an interesting one that I found. Let's see how we go with this. I want to keep it the way that it is, so let's see how we go with that. Okay, let's see what we have to present here. It is a children's hat, but I've got it all scrunched up in this nice way, and I'm going to utilise it. I'm going to try my best to keep it as authentically like that as I possibly can without disturbing too much of it, if I can just make it look the way that it was. So we're just going to put it on the glass like so and see how we go. I think we've got to make sure it's within the A5 area roughly. I don't know how it's going to look. Yeah, that's come up looking quite interesting. I do think maybe a bit more lightness, maybe to show that area there, and maybe I can turn it that way a bit more, tweak it a bit. Just going to turn it this way, make it more interesting. Maybe move it out like so. Maybe I can drop the dock feeder onto it. Make it flat, make it more interesting. Yeah, that's come up looking better. Still I don't like that little voided area there and there. I do wonder. Gonna leave it like that maybe. Maybe it'll add a bit of character. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I actually think we're going to just change it. I'm going to move it up, get rid of that corner bit, get rid of that void in the corner, and the void there. I think the void is further down. There's a void there as well. So we're going to enlarge it across and enlarge it down. So that'll hopefully eliminate those blank areas, or those places I just simply call voids. Maybe if we move that across, we can get rid of some of that void. Maybe we can put that there, like so. And I've just lost my fucking settings, fart-assing around. Silly. Sorry, folks. That's what happens when you get too fucking distracted. Yeah, that looks interesting, but again we've got that void there. actually thinking maybe we'll still enlarge it out. We're still going to enlarge it out, even though I was thinking that would make a novelty. But I do think we might have to still enlarge that section out so to make it look really nice. So the vertical's going to be a lot bigger, maybe 170. Yeah, it's getting close. We still have a little bit there that we want to get rid of. Maybe we can, oh no, that would move it that way. I do think we're going to just simply enlarge it on the vertical again. Maybe make it 190, perhaps. Or 180. Hopefully that'll be big enough. Yeah, we still have a little bit, just a smidge up there. I had a feeling there'd be just a little bit left over to get rid of. I'm being a bit close to perfectionism, folks, but a lot of artists are like that. It's a very arty-farty thing to be trying to get as close to perfection as possible without actually getting there, without acknowledging that you don't want it to look shit house. You want it to look really nice. You want to put your heart, mind and soul into it. And that's pretty much what it is about being an artist, is being a near perfectionist. And getting annoyed when your art doesn't make it. And now that's nearly there. You won't notice it, folks. I think that's good enough. I don't like the lines the way they're like that, though. I just noticed. I do wonder if maybe I might take out that section and just enlarge really big on the horizontal as well. So I just don't like those horizontal lines on this page. I don't like horizontal lines on my mirrors. My mirror images, I like them to have angles, like lots of angles, not fucking straight across lines. So I'm now going to have to change this up a gear a bit. So I'm going to have to find how big we're going to make this. I'm going to keep the vertical at that size. Didn't notice that, folks, until just then. Sometimes it can catch us out. Sometimes our art practices can sometimes catch us out, catch us unawares. And this looks a lot better now. I do like that a bit better now. I think we're going to leave it like that and maybe make that the centre of our job. Still, I don't like those lines there still, but I don't know if we can live with them or not. Sometimes when I'm working, my intuition kicks in and I keep thinking it's going to look shit, what if it's shit or whatever, and then it turns out to be a masterpiece. So I do have an intuitive drive that pushes me. It's like having a sixth sense, or the ability to see around corners without actually seeing. But basically, yeah, you just have to flow with it. And yeah, so those two, we're going to make ourselves a couple of negative images now. So we're just going to darken that. I'm going to make mirror images. So that's our first. Oh, I forgot to set the negative image. forgot to set the negative image. That's why it's so dark. It looks in some ways better that way. I'm just wondering if I am going to go negative. Sometimes the intuition sometimes leaves it up to me to make the decision as to how to flow with it. And yeah, in this case it looks like that's the case. So that's our negative image. It looks a bit too light, but I want to make it like that was nearly a little bit darker, and that's a little bit lighter. You know what I mean? Like oppositely. And sometimes intuition tells me to accept imperfection, however much I hate it. Because, art is a very subjective thing, and there's going to be a lot of people viewing my art once it goes to air on the 6 o'clock news and elsewhere. So hopefully, art can be a very subjective thing. How good a piece of artwork is a very subjective thing. Some people might like it, and even the artist might hate it, but people like it, might love it, even though the artist absolutely abhors it and thinks it's a piece of shit or a bum note. And that's come up looking quite nice. I do wonder if maybe we can do a switcheroo with this. I don't know, folks. It's hard to tell whether I need to or not. I got a feeling I probably won't, but sometimes with switcheroo issues, you sometimes find that you regret it when you don't do a switcheroo, and that's another topic that I find annoying, is when I don't do a switcheroo and I do it off camera just to confirm, and then I think, shit, I should have done it. So switcheroo's just switching the order of these around for a different pattern, and you don't always know until you've actually done at least one possibility that maybe there's other possibilities, and that's come up looking quite interesting as well. I think we can now call this demo quits.